Hi guys, I wanted to do a quick reaction to the video that Kit and Krysta did, two former Nintendo employees, after they went to the premiere of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Now, they spent a couple of minutes talking about the autograph seekers there, which is something that I have a particular interest in. They mentioned the people who were there getting autographs from the celebrities, and I was actually one of the people who secondhand bought some of those autographs from the autograph seekers there. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that and react to what they had to say. I don't think they were necessarily wrong, but I think they were a little bit overly harsh and critical of some of those people. I did get to talk to some of the people who were there and get their perspective of it. And I think that they were definitely right and on the money that things did get a little bit out of hand and overly aggressive. So not saying that they were wrong there, but definitely think that they were a little overly judgmental. So let's go into it, and we're going to start and go through this and see what they had to say about it. So this is them kind of arriving to the event and seeing what they had to say about it and their first impressions of the autograph seekers.
And there's like, it's like a rugby scrum where there's just like, it's just like about 12 people just like pushing up against each other and like trying to get past each other. Like, what is going on here? We look closer.
So this was kind of par for the course at a lot of these movie premieres, and I think this was maybe their first one. So they're probably not used to seeing autograph seekers there requesting autographs from the celebrities, and it is kind of a bit of a melee as they're trying to jockey for position to get their photograph or poster or whatever in front of the celebrity so that they can sign it. So it is a bit of a scrum. Sometimes it's quite orderly, like they'll have bodyguards and stuff out there kind of like keeping order and giving instructions. It sounds like there wasn't a whole lot of order to keep all of these graphers in line, and it turned into a bit of a free-for-all, which is obviously not ideal.
It's
And
Mr. Miyamoto.
It's Mr. Miyamoto and his Nintendo entourage, kind of butting up.
And security guards.
And security butting up against these like whack job like autograph seekers.
These people are so aggressive.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like.
Okay, so here they're calling the autograph seekers whack jobs, which, I don't know, maybe some of them were, but they're kind of painting with a broad brush here, and there was a lot of, like, very normal people who just want to meet the celebrities and, get an autograph, have an interaction with them. And I think it's a little bit, disingenuous to call them whack jobs, especially when, if you just look at the background of their video, you can see that they do have something signed by Mr. Miyamoto. So, and I've seen a lot of their autographs in the past, like, Kit and Krysta. They're no stranger to being autograph collectors themselves. They've obviously asked for autographs. So I think they're not really being fair to these people. Like, I'm sure there were some people who were aggressive and out of line, but that doesn't speak for everybody there.
I experienced this once before in a trip with Mr. Miyamoto that we'll talk about in depth in a future story time.
Yeah.
But they were literally like chasing us around the city. And I was with Bill Trinan, who I felt was about to get into a fist fight with one of these guys. He was so mad. Like, we were all just like at our wits' end of like how to deal with these people. Like, please go away.
So I totally get what they're talking about here as far as stalking goes. Now, I don't think they were really stalking necessarily. I mean, they were just probably waiting outside. But like, yeah, these autograph collectors, they will go to a venue and they will be there for hours just waiting for somebody to exit. So they can be there, even like to 2 a.m. sometimes. Like, they'll be there. They got like all the time in the world apparently, and they'll just hang out until someone signs. And I mean, it's like, it's a lot of dedication. I mean, a lot of times they'll wait there for hours and hours and hours, and they'll come up empty-handed. Like, there's no guarantee that anyone's going to sign for them. So I mean, it's not like an easy thing to do, and it's not crazy. They're not going to their house or anything. They're just waiting outside the venue. So I don't think it's as bad as they're making it sound here.
Yeah. It's super inappropriate.
Yeah. This moment, I caught it on video, is in our vlog.
It's in our vlog, so you watch it to see the video of it.
He was literally walking like 20 feet to get back to the hotel.
And he basically got like pushed.
Again, the rugby scrum.
Like, I think his little feet probably weren't even touching the ground at that point. He was just like dangling in the middle of this like group of people that like mushed into him and got him into the hotel.
Right.
So what Kit's talking about here, I think I would define that as stalking. I mean, it's definitely like some next level stuff. This is like different than just showing up to a premiere where the general public is invited. He's talking about actually people following him around like paparazzi. This is like, what got Princess Di killed basically. So I totally agree with him. That's like some next level stuff. That's not really cool. I'm not so sure that's exactly what was going on at the movie premiere for Super Mario Brothers. Like, I think it's a different caliber there than what he's talking about in this anecdote, which I totally agree. I mean, nobody would like that. That's, pretty uncalled for, I think.
But I don't like those people. For the record, they're bad people.
Those are not like good, friendly fans.
No, they're terrible people.
They have bad. They're putting that stuff straight on eBay.
They're gonna
That's
sell
what they're doing.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're terrible. I don't like them.
So
they were so aggressive, and I felt very, very bad for
Yeah.
Mr. Miyamoto.
But
So I think he's definitely right. Like a lot of the stuff is going right on eBay. I didn't buy mine on eBay. I bought it on a Facebook group from one of the people who were there getting the autograph. But I would definitely say I'm a genuine fan. So they're kind of providing me a service. I live in Texas. The premiere was all the way in California. I don't have time to go fly out to California and get this autograph myself. So they were doing me a big service, and they didn't charge me like a whole lot. It was a very reasonable price, I thought, and it saved me a lot of time and money, and I got to have a collectible that I'm going to value and cherish. So, just because they're selling it on the secondary market, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm really, for one, thankful that I was able to get the autograph from this autograph collector who was there. So that's basically my take on it. I think, like I said, Kit and Krysta were not totally off base, but just maybe a little bit harsh and painting with too broad of strokes there. I think they are pegging everybody in the same box, and like not everybody that was there was a crazy autograph collector. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.